What is up, everyone? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. Got another new model in from CJRB that I'm really excited to check out. It's a model that I really personally like a lot, just a new variant of it. Let's jump into it. All right, guys. So what am I talking about? I am talking about the CJRB Pyrite. You guys are probably like, there are so many Pyrites out there. JD, what are you talking about? Well, on this particular version, they went with a Bowie. I really like this. I think it is a very cool look. I love the fact that they ribbed the micarta on here. It's very nicely done. They have nested steel liners that are hollowed out. So this is a very lightweight model. Reversible pocket clip on here. I do like CJRB's steel budget pocket clip. It does a fantastic job functioning and also not creating a hot spot on there. You do have thumb studs, and they did add a little pocket for reverse flick. This is a traditional button lock on here that is tuned very well. No side to side play, no up and down play. It does have ceramic balls in the pivot, so it does have very nice smooth action. And this is their new AR-SF2, which is very comparable to 154 cm. Very nice steel, excellent edge retention. I'm able to get a 3.5 finger knife on here. I much prefer the Pyrite Light with the alt blade shape on it. It does have a little bit more length on there, so I can just squeeze a little bit more of the pinky on there. But having said that, I do respect the size of this. I think small and medium hands are going to fit very comfortably on here. I think a large hand, like a true large, would just barely fit on there. And then when you get to my size, you're hanging off the back a little bit. But because it is a lightweight, more smaller sized EDC, I do think this is going to be really nice for the lightweight carry loadout. It's going to perform all of your cutting tasks very well, and I think it'll be a fantastic option for summer. We will get to the weight here in a little bit to confirm that, but I think the weight on here is going to be really nice. So I did take it down to the garage to do a little cutting with it. It had a nice factory edge right out the gate, and it moved through the cardboard with no effort, which is a pretty dense material. I mean, it just absolutely glided through it with no issues whatsoever. And the clip point did actually surprise me a little bit. I did have to get up a little bit more at a higher angle, but it really came to an acute tip, which made it easy to do a little bit of detailed work out on the table. Very comfortable, as I mentioned, no real hot spots. You do feel the ribbing on here, but it's not really sharp per se. But if you don't like feeling anything on your fingers, you're going to want like a smoother handle. You're not going to want something like this because you will be able to feel the differences in here. But to me, I like the fact that it gives you a little bit of traction on here. The button action is very good. Thumb studs work fantastic, man. This thing is tuned very well for those thumb studs. And then for that reverse flick, it is a little bit of a polish, so I do slide around a tiny bit inside of the pocket, but I've never really had an issue with the deployment on here. Yeah, left-handed, I do hit the button a little bit there with my index finger. You can see where I'm talking about, like I can feel it pop out. But because it is pocketed, it still deploys, but I would say left-handed, I would just be a little bit careful with that reverse flick. I would say that the thumb flick is going to be really good for this one. For the reverse flick, if you come down underneath of it, you can do it. And again, if you have those small and medium hands, that might actually really work for you. All right, let's do a little size comparison. I do happen to also have the Hectare in that I'm checking out this week, which also has that AR-SF2 steel on it. But you can see that the Pyrite is very comparable to the Hectare, and you do have the arc form theory for a large size comparison. As you can see, this is definitely more a smaller EDC. Let's do a couple more size comparisons. Here it is against the SOG Power Pint and the Mini Benji. It's not a Mini Benji, it's just a mini knife named the Benji from TACCOM. But as you can see, more of a smaller EDC. This is like a fifth pocket carry. And again, I can get my SOG into my fifth pocket. It does kind of stop a little bit before the pocket clip comes to an end, but I wanted you to be able to see that. And then we'll open up the SOG Power Pint as well so that you can see what it looks like compared to it in the open position. So like the Hectare, more of a smaller sized EDC. Let's do a couple more size comparison items and then we'll weigh it. All right, guys, here it is against my Raylight Land Apple and my Tactile Turn Mini Click Pen. As you can see, just a couple of EDC items for you to kind of get a rough idea of some size comparisons. I think this would be a really good small loadout with all three of these items that you see on the table here. Let's grab the scale and check the weight on this one. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty lightweight. All right, scale out and on. We are coming in, even lighter than the Hectare, coming in at 2.4. So this is featherweight territory. Going to carry very nice, very light in the pocket. Going to be a great summertime option as well. And it's going to feel very light in the hand. Not going to be anything that you're going to have a hard time handling for sure. Very cool weight on that. Like to see it. All right, final thoughts and impressions on the Pyrite Bowie with the new spray form material on it. Really like the steel a lot. I've gotten to spend a little bit more time with it as I collected my thoughts on this particular one. And I think the Bowie, or Bowie, however you want to pronounce that, is a really nice touch to here. I like it. It's another cool blade shape on here. The Alt is still my favorite blade shape, but I really want to see if they do like a Pyrite Light Alt with the SF2 steel on it. I would like to see that a ton. The ribbing on it is nice. I like the texturing on here, so it does give something to grip onto, but I really like this micarta that they have here on the Hectare. Just a little bit better. They did a really good job with it. It's very grippy without being, rough or anything like that. But I do like the look of this. Anyway, I grade on a scale of 1 to 10. 1's the lowest, 10's the highest. Budget knives, which this is very budget friendly, dollar friendly, is going to be capped at a 7. So 1, it can't go past 7. I would have to have a super steel or much more premium materials on it to be able to supersede that. So keep that in mind when I give this score. So ergos, fit and finish, aesthetics, which is subjective, and again, price point are all factors here. It is priced very well. I think the steel that you're getting on here is phenomenal. I really love to see that they're continuing to create and be innovative when it comes to the steel industry. If it's anything like RPM 9, they're probably coming out the gate pretty strong, and you're going to see it continue to evolve and improve. Having said all of that, I'm at a 6.4 on this one. The little things that hold it back for me, again, traditional button lock on here. I'd like to see top liner lock and or button actuated liner lock on there, or would love to see this version with their crossbar lock, which they do a really good job on. I just think they're a little bit more better options and a little bit stronger, a little bit more reliable for a little bit of a harder use. But for EDC, these locks, they're going to be really well done. I don't think I've had any issues with CJRB that memory can dictate, but I do like the multi-deployment. I love the steel, and the geometry on it is phenomenal. I think that's a really fair score. Let me know what you think about the Alt Pyrite down in the comments below. If you're interested in this or any other CJRB, I do have an affiliate link in the description that helps the channel if you use it. That is up to you guys. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be appreciated. Definitely consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. And a special shout out and thanks to my channel members. You guys rock. Anyway, I'm out of here. I hope all of you have a fantastic week, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.